Pikin when he say him mama no go sleep, that pikin no go see sleep. Now their responsibility to commit crime. Now the responsibility of governments to apprehend them, send them go meet the Most High. It is the responsibility of God to decide whether na 72 virgin that they go meet to, whether na 10 virgin o, whether na fire self that they go. It is the responsibility of God, and it is your responsibility. You were the watch this video to the share am, make Donald Trump see what they happen.
It's Monday morning, January 5th, 2026. Troops from Operation Hadinkai are moving quietly through Yan Lemo area in Mubi South local government area. They're not there by accident. They've been watching, gathering information, and connecting dots for weeks. And on this particular morning, everything comes together. 8 people get arrested. Now you might be thinking, okay, 8 arrests, what's the big deal? But hold on, let me tell you who these people are. Among these 8 suspects are 2 very important individuals. These aren't just random people. These are the main suppliers, the ones who provided materials for making bombs. Yes, you heard that right. The actual people who supplied the materials used to create explosive devices for attacks. And here's where it gets even more interesting. When the troops searched their homes, what do you think they found? Cash, mobile phones, identification cards, ATM cards, jewelry, and other personal items. All of these things are now being examined by experts who will use them to track down even more people connected to this network. It's like pulling one thread and watching the whole cloth unravel. But wait, there's more to this story. You see, these arrests didn't just happen out of nowhere. Let me take you back a few weeks. Remember December 24th, 2025, Christmas Eve. While many Nigerians were preparing to celebrate, something terrible happened in Maiduguri. At Gamboru Market Mosque, right in the middle of evening prayers, a suicide bomber struck. 5 people lost their lives that day. 35 others were injured. Families were destroyed. Children lost parents. It was absolutely heartbreaking. Now, after that attack, our military didn't just sit down and say, oh, what a tragedy. No, they went to work. They started tracking every lead, every connection, every possible link to the people behind that attack. And guess what? The investigations led them straight to Adamawa State, to these suspects they just arrested. Here's the part that should make you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because this shows how serious this operation is. One suspect who was already in military custody looked at the 2 main suspects they arrested and said, yes, those are the ones. Those are the people who gave us the materials to make the bombs. Can you imagine a positive identification linking them directly to the attack? But the story doesn't end there. Let me tell you what happened just one day before these arrests. On Sunday, January 4th, troops were in another part of Adamawa State, in Mayonguli, Maiha local government area. They were on routine patrol when they stumbled upon something suspicious. 45 jerry cans. And these weren't just any jerry cans. They were filled with petrol. Approximately 1,125 liters of fuel. Now you might ask, what's so special about petrol? Well, this fuel wasn't being transported by a normal fuel seller. This was fuel being smuggled specifically to support criminal activities.
Share this video.
Think about it. These groups need fuel for their vehicles, for generators, for operations. Without fuel, they can't move around easily. Without fuel, they can't power their equipment. So when troops intercepted this massive supply, they didn't just seize fuel. They cut off a vital supply line. And here's the interesting part. The people transporting this fuel, the moment they saw the troops, they ran. They abandoned everything and fled. That tells you they knew exactly what they were doing was wrong. Innocent fuel sellers don't run when they see soldiers, but these ones, they knew they were caught red-handed. If you're enjoying this breakdown, please like this video right now. It helps more people see important stories like this. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss updates. Now, let me connect all these dots for you because this is where the story gets really deep. Earlier investigations revealed that there's a man named Sharif Umar, also called Yusuf. This man is identified as the main coordinator of suicide bombing activities in the entire Northeast region. He's the one recruiting people, preparing them, and sending them out to carry out these terrible attacks. And he was directly responsible for coordinating that Christmas Eve attack in Maiduguri. So what we're seeing with these arrests in Adamawa is part of a much bigger picture. The military is systematically taking apart this network piece by piece. They're not just catching the people who carry out attacks. They're going after the suppliers, the coordinators, the financiers, everyone involved in the chain. Think about how organized this operation has been. From gathering intelligence after the December attack, to tracking suspects across different local government areas, to intercepting supply lines, to making strategic arrests. This is not random. This is calculated, precise military work. And this is why I always say to you, my viewers, security is not just the government's job alone, it's all our responsibility. When you see something suspicious in your neighborhood, report it. When you notice unusual activities, say something. That intercepted fuel supply, someone might have noticed trucks moving at odd hours. Those suspects arrested, community intelligence might have played a role. Let me ask you something, and I want you to drop your answer in the comment section. How can we as citizens support our security agencies better? What security measures would you like to see in markets and worship centers? Have you ever noticed something suspicious and reported it? Talk to me in the comments because this conversation is important. You know what's powerful about this story? It shows that our troops are not just reacting to attacks after they happen. They are being proactive. They are preventing future attacks by dismantling these networks before they can strike again. Every supplier arrested is one less person providing materials for bombs. Every fuel supply intercepted is one less resource for criminal operations. Every coordinator identified is one less person organizing attacks. The military statement was very clear. They said these operations show their strong commitment to dismantling networks, disrupting supply chains, preventing future attacks, and bringing everyone involved to justice. And from what we're seeing, they are backing those words with action. But let's also take a moment to remember why this matters so much. 5 people died in that Christmas Eve attack. 35 were injured. These weren't just numbers. These were real people with families, with dreams, with loved ones waiting for them at home. They went to pray and never came back. Others went to pray and came back injured, traumatized. This is the reality of what these criminal networks do to innocent Nigerians. So when we hear about 8 suspects arrested, when we hear about fuel supplies intercepted, when we hear about networks being dismantled, we should understand that every single one of these actions is protecting potential future victims. Every arrest could be preventing another family from losing a loved one. Every intercepted supply could be stopping another attack. Before I wrap this up, I need you to do something for me. If you found this breakdown helpful, if you learned something new, if you appreciate how we broke down this complex story into simple terms, hit that like button. Seriously, it takes 2 seconds and it helps this channel grow. And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. We cover important Nigerian stories that affect all of us and you don't want to miss them. The situation in Adamawa and across the Northeast reminds us that while we've made progress, the work is not finished. Our security forces are out there every day, risking their lives to keep us safe. The least we can do is stay informed, stay alert, and support them however we can. What do you think about this development? Do you feel safer knowing that these networks are being taken apart? What other measures should be put in place? Drop your thoughts.